Welcome to Once Upon a Line, a showcase for short stories. White Broom by Maggie Pierce. This is a work of fiction based on the tale of King Edward's murder at Corfe Castle. His bones were subsequently interred at Shaftesbury Abbey, where they became a site of pilgrimage for centuries, bringing wealth and fame to the abbey. I awake with a start in my cot in the corner of my cottage. There are some who might call it a hovel, but it's home to me. With my sight gone these many years, I know where everything is. Most importantly, the fire and the cooking pot. Men's voices, something being dragged across the floor. "Who's there? What's happening?" I call out, not scared, but angry at the intrusion. "It's only us, Alice. Walter and Abel from the castle. We need to leave something here tonight and collect it tomorrow. It's just a bundle, won't bother you, but Abel and I, we couldn't think of anywhere else to leave it." "Well, I'm not sure, but if you promise to return tomorrow, I suppose I don't mind. But next time, young Walter, mind your manners and ask first." "Yes, Ma," Walter said, and I could hear their footsteps disappearing quickly down the track. I awake the next morning, suddenly remembering Walter's visit, or had I dreamt it? I check the cooking pot for water. I will add meal to it shortly for the day's gruel. I find the small jug of beer and quench my thirst. Moving towards the doorway, my foot touches last night's bundle, and I almost fall. "That's some bundle," I think, and bend down to feel it. Covered in strips of wet, coarse cloth, it's long, bulky, and oh my, it smells of blood. Surely that hard iron smell that catches the throat. My hands are sticky. "Walter, what have you done? Not a body in my cottage?" I feel and find the form of a head, shoulders. Oh, surely not. Why? I go to the doorway and open my mouth to call for someone, anyone, when my head begins to spin and I catch hold of the rough post with the leather bucket hanging down. I shake my head and blink twice. I can see light, sunlight. I rub my eyes, disbelieving what is happening. I must still be dreaming. Perhaps I died in the night. I am old after all, probably nigh on 20 years and 10. Light my way to heaven. I can see white flowers, green leaves, bushes of them, and bees buzzing, and mud. Surely no mud in heaven. This is real. I can see my old hand on the post, red blood in the nails. I turn back and the flowers are still there. "Alice, what are you doing? Be careful." Walter comes up the track. "Walter, I can see, really see again. It must be a miracle." I'm still dumbfounded. "Oh, Alice, are you sure?" "Of course. Don't be ridiculous. Look at you." "My, you're showing your age." I touch his face, hold his arm, because I can. Maybe it's that poor boy in your cottage. He's a king, Alice, a king. They do miracles." "A king? I sit down hard on the stool. "What are you and Abel doing with a dead king?" "We found him last night, half hanging off his horse. He'd been stabbed. We knew he was coming to the castle. Later, there was a lot of shouting. We heard a horse in distress. It galloped past our guard hut. We caught up with it and found King Edward off the saddle, trailing blood. Had to hide him, keep his body safe before they threw it down the well or something. Yours was the first cottage." "Oh, but Walter, this poor boy, what have you done? We'll all be killed now." In my fear, I had almost forgotten about my sight. Take him quickly, right away from here." "We're taking him to Wareham, to the nunnery. Abel's bringing his cart. We'll cover the body, cover it with beet. Thank you, Alice. God and Edward have blessed you." They rattle away and I breathe again, walk over to the white flowers, white broom. I remember never seen anything more beautiful. The delicate blooms have tiny red centres, beloved by bees. One day, a year hence, Walter tells me that the poor king will be taken up to the nunnery on the hill, Palador some call it, many miles north. It was to be a great pageant, and did I want to come? Edward's miracle had held. I could still see, so I followed willingly, despite my old bones. The procession danced and sang, even with the boy king on his bier, for others had since been given miraculous gifts. News of these had spread, and families, elders, and even soldiers joined our thankful band. I carried a branch of the white broom on the journey that took many days. Each time they rested the casket, I scattered broom seeds in his memory. And now, each year while I have strength, I make my pilgrimage to the poor boy's shrine and thank him for the sight of the white flowers that guide me on my way. Thank you for listening. To submit a story, either send us an audio file, ensuring you include your name and your story's title at the beginning of your recording, or send us a written version and we'll record it on your behalf. All submissions should be sent to press, that's PRESS, at shaftesburyartscentre.org.uk. This has been a Shaftesbury Arts Centre audio production.